Love is not just an emotion, but a long journey full of challenges, learning, and growth. But do we really understand love, or are we just vague about its ups and downs? Have you ever wondered what the man beside you truly desires in love? He may not frequently express his feelings or articulate what he needs, but that does not mean he lacks quiet longings. There are things that men always yearn for in the woman they love, yet rarely voice, not because they do not want to, but because they do not know how to express them. If you can understand and meet these desires, not only will you keep his heart, but you will also make the relationship deeper and more enduring than ever. Welcome to the Sophia's Knowledge channel, and my name is Sophia. This is where we explore real stories, profound lessons, and valuable experiences about love. Today, in this video, Sophia will share with you 7 things men long for but rarely tell the women they love, a fresh perspective to help you build and maintain a lasting love. If you have ever been puzzled by questions in love, don't rush to skip this video. For the best experience, find a quiet spot, put on your headphones, and allow yourself to fully listen to what I am about to share. Relax, and let everything drift away. Let's discover together with Sophia the secrets to help you live more fully in every relationship, so let's begin. Item number 1. Men yearn to be recognized and valued highly. In love, men may be strong, resilient, and ready to protect the woman they love, but deep inside, they still have secret desires that they rarely reveal. One of the things they yearn for the most is to be recognized and highly valued by the woman they love. This is not merely a simple desire but also a powerful factor affecting how they behave, feel, and sustain love. Why do men need recognition? Men, no matter how strong, also have moments of vulnerability. They always want to feel valuable, especially in the eyes of the most important woman in their life. When a man feels recognized, he is not only happy but also gains extra motivation to try harder in life and love. For men, recognition is not simply about compliments on appearance or career success, but also about understanding and respecting the efforts they make for the relationship. When the woman cherishes the things they do, even the smallest, men feel that they truly matter. Recognition helps men become a better version of themselves. Imagine a man who always tries for his woman, he works hard, protects her, and takes time to listen and share. But if all those things are not acknowledged, gradually, he will feel that he is not good enough, and may even lose the motivation to continue trying. On the contrary, when a woman knows how to recognize and appreciate, the man will want to strive even harder to make her happy. He will become stronger, more confident, and willing to commit to the relationship. Signs that a man is not being recognized: many men fall into a state of disconnection in love simply because they feel unappreciated. Signs of this may include becoming less talkative, sharing fewer feelings because they feel that their words no longer matter, losing the motivation to try because they think that no matter what they do, it is not valued, gradually becoming distant, even being easily drawn into outside temptations when someone else appreciates them more, feeling unloved and beginning to doubt their own worth in the relationship. These things can cause love to slowly fade without many women realizing it. How to recognize a man properly? Not everyone knows how to show appreciation and recognition properly. Below are some suggestions to help you make your man feel valued. Sincere compliments. Men may not express it verbally, but they really like to be praised, especially by the woman they love. Don't just praise him when he does something grand, pay attention to even the little things. A sentence like "I truly appreciate how you always care for me" will mean much more than empty compliments. Recognizing even the smallest efforts. Perhaps he doesn't bring you expensive gifts, but he always remembers to buy your favorite food when coming home from work. Perhaps he is not good at expressing his feelings verbally, but he is always ready to help you when you need it. Cherish these things, because for men, these actions are the way they show love. Make him feel that he is special. Men don't want to be just a part of your life, they want to know that they play an important role. Make him feel that without him, your life would be missing something valuable. Do not compare with others. Nothing undermines a man's confidence faster than being compared to others. If you frequently say that your boyfriend is not as good as someone else, even unintentionally, it will make him feel inadequate. Instead of comparing, encourage him and help him become the best version of himself. Support him when he needs it. There are times when men feel pressured by work, life, or personal difficulties. They do not need you to solve their problems, but they hope you can stand by their side and encourage them. Sometimes, a hug or a sentence like "You can do it, I believe in you" is enough to give them extra strength. Recognition and appreciation are not something overly grand, but they can make a huge difference in a relationship. Men do not need lavish compliments or extravagant gifts, they just need to know that their woman sees what they do and cherishes it. When you show them that they are important and valued, they will love and cherish you even more. So, if you want your love to remain enduring, learn how to recognize the man by your side. A timely word, a sincere appreciation can help you keep his heart forever. What do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions and discuss further. Don't forget to like if you found this content useful and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next sharing. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's continue together. Item number 2. Men yearn for unconditional love. In love, men may appear strong and tough, but deep inside, they still have very simple desires: to be loved without judgment, without pressure, and without having to prove their worth. They long for unconditional love, a place where they can be themselves without fear of being abandoned or compared. Do men really need unconditional love? The answer is yes, they need it even more than anything else. Even though they may be able to withstand external pressures, when they come home, they desire to find peace and love. They need a woman who loves them for who they truly are, not for what they can do. There is one truth that few notice: men may fall passionately for a woman because of her beauty, but they will remain attached to a woman who makes them feel accepted and unconditionally loved. Therefore, if you want to keep a man's heart, let him feel that, whether he succeeds or fails, you are always by his side. Signs that a man is not receiving unconditional love: many men do not easily show their emotions, but if they do not receive genuine love, you will notice the following signs: he becomes quiet and shares less. If a man feels that every time he expresses his thoughts he is judged or opposed, he will gradually withdraw. He always tries to please you but does not feel happy. When a man feels that your love only comes when he meets certain conditions, he will begin to lose himself. He feels lonely even while in a relationship. A man may have you by his side yet still feel lost if he is not fully accepted. And when a man feels that he is not truly loved, he will gradually lose his attachment to you, even if he still has feelings. How to make a man feel unconditionally loved? Many people think that unconditional love means accepting everything without setting any standards. But that is not the truth. Unconditional love does not mean overlooking mistakes, it means always loving even when the other person is not perfect. Below are the things a man needs from your love. Don't make him always have to be perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, including men. They cannot always be strong, they cannot always do everything right. When he fails or has moments of vulnerability, what he needs is not criticism or blame, but a warm embrace, a phrase like "It's okay, you will always be wonderful to me." Let him be himself. There is a very famous saying: a man will stay with the woman with whom he can be himself. If a man feels that he always has to wear a mask when he is with you, sooner or later he will become exhausted. Let him be comfortable with what he likes, his own thoughts, and his personal opinions without feeling forced to change. Don't love him for what he can provide. Many women love men because of their success, talents, or status. But men always recognize who loves them for that reason and who loves them for who they truly are. When you love him, do not love him just for what he has, but love him for the person he is. Be there when he needs it most. There are times when men feel exhausted, disheartened with life. They may not say it out loud, but you will notice it through their eyes, through unusual silences. That is when they need your love the most. Do not ask too many questions, do not force him to speak, just be by his side, listen, and let him know that you are always there. Trust him. Nothing makes a man feel more loved than when his woman trusts him. When you trust his decisions, his choices, it not only makes him more confident but also makes the love between you stronger. When a man receives unconditional love. When a man experiences unconditional love, you will notice a significant change. He will become more open, willing to share his thoughts and feelings. He will feel safer and more attached to you. He will be motivated to become the best version of himself. He will cherish you more because he understands that you are the only one who loves him for who he truly is. Unconditional love is not something that can be bought, nor can it be forced. It can only come from sincerity. And when a man finds that love, he will never leave. Men, no matter how strong they are, also need a place to return to, a place where they can let go of all the pressure and be themselves. If you want to keep a man's heart, let him know that you love him not for what he has, but for who he truly is. And that is what makes love endure forever. If you are still watching the video, don't hesitate to comment continue. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'm very eager to hear your opinions, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that Sophia has more motivation to create more great and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Item number 3. Men yearn for private space. In love, many women tend to want to be closely attached to their man, spending a lot of time by his side and sharing every moment together. This is completely natural, because when in love, we always want to connect and be close to one another. However, there is one truth that not everyone realizes: men need private space, and sometimes, it is the important factor that makes the relationship more sustainable. Many women worry when they see their man suddenly become quiet, prefer to be alone, or spend time on things outside the relationship. They start asking, does he get bored of me? Is there something that makes him not want to be with me anymore? But the truth is, private space does not mean distance, rather, it is a way for men to recharge and maintain love in their own way. Why do men need private space? Private space is not something unfamiliar, it is actually an essential need in a man's psyche. Below are some reasons why men need time alone or outside the relationship to recharge their energy. Unlike women, who usually seek comfort and share feelings when under pressure, men tend to withdraw to solve problems independently. When they have a stressful workday or face difficulties in life, what they need is not a long conversation, but simply a quiet moment to think and regain balance. To maintain their personal identity. One of the big mistakes in love is thinking that when together, both must do everything together. In reality, a sustainable relationship is one in which each person still has private space to develop themselves. Men need moments to do what they like, pursue their passions, meet friends, or simply enjoy the world in their own way. To keep the love fresh. Have you ever noticed that when you are newly in love, both of you always feel excited to meet each other, but after a long time of being too close, that feeling gradually fades? That is because people always crave novelty. When men have private space to live their own lives, they will have more new experiences to share with you, and your meetings will become more interesting. To keep the passion alive in the relationship. There is an interesting aspect of a man's psychology: they are attracted by mystery and a certain degree of distance in love. When a woman is too clingy or controlling, they will feel a loss of freedom and gradually become distant. But when they have private space, they will miss you more, cherish you more, and feel motivated to maintain the relationship. Signs that a man is needing private space: men do not always clearly say that they need time for themselves, but if you pay attention, you will notice the following signs: he speaks less than usual, tends to withdraw, and does not want to talk much. He prefers to spend more time on personal hobbies, such as playing games, watching sports, reading, or working. He is no longer as enthusiastic about dates or shared activities as before. He becomes easily irritable or feels pressured when you demand too much time together. If you notice these signs, instead of worrying, understand that this is natural. What you do now is not to control or interrogate him, but to give him the time and space he needs to regain energy. How to respect a man's private space while still keeping the affection. Allowing your man to have his private space does not mean you have to ignore him or leave him. Below are some ways to balance respecting a man's private space and maintaining affection in the relationship. Understand that it is not a sign of distance. When a man needs time alone, it does not mean that he no longer loves you. On the contrary, it is a way for him to recharge and maintain a long-term connection. If you understand and respect this, the relationship will become more sustainable. Do not try to control or force him. Many women make the mistake of trying to control or asking too many questions when they see their man needing private space. This only makes him feel confined and want to distance himself even more. Allow him his own time without feeling pressured by you. Spend time for yourself. While your man enjoys his private space, this is also an opportunity for you to do the same. Spend time on your own hobbies, meet friends, learn something new, or simply take care of yourself. When both of you have interesting personal lives, the relationship becomes more attractive. Create a balance between personal space and time together. Private space is important, but that does not mean you and he should live in two separate worlds. Find a way to balance spending time together and respecting privacy. For example, you can set aside fixed times to be together while also allowing each other the necessary private moments. Let him take the initiative to come back. Once a man feels that he has enough space to recharge his energy, he will naturally return to you more enthusiastically. Do not rush to ask or show too much eagerness, let him come to you when he is ready. Private space is not a distance that weakens love, but rather an element that makes the relationship stronger. Men do not want to be overly constrained, they want a relationship in which they are loved yet still have the freedom to develop themselves. If you understand and respect this, you will not only keep his heart but also make your relationship more profound and sustainable. Item number 4. Men yearn to be in control and not under pressure. In love, many believe that men, as the stronger sex, must always take the initiative in every situation, from courting, flirting, planning dates to making important decisions in the relationship. But in reality, men also yearn for initiative from the woman and do not want to be placed under too much pressure in love. They may not say it, but a man will feel happier when his woman also takes the initiative to express affection, creating unexpected moments and sharing the responsibilities in the relationship. More importantly, they do not want to be pressured by excessive expectations, reproaches, or strict control that make them feel exhausted. Why do men want women to be more proactive in love? There is one truth that few notice: even the strongest men want to be pursued and feel appreciated. In modern society, a woman taking the initiative is no longer unfamiliar. On the contrary, it brings attractiveness and distinction. Below are the reasons why men desire initiative from the woman they love. They also want to feel desired. In traditional relationships, men are usually the pursuers, but that does not mean they do not want to feel desired as well. When a woman takes the initiative by texting first, arranging a date, or expressing her feelings clearly, a man will feel more confident and motivated to love more. They need a relationship built by both sides. A lasting love cannot rely on one side alone. If a man is always the one shouldering everything, from maintaining conversation, creating romance to making important decisions, he will gradually feel exhausted. When a woman knows how to take initiative, the man will feel that he is not merely a burden bearer, but part of a balanced and equitable relationship. Initiative creates attraction. A woman who takes the initiative at the right time and in the right way always possesses a special charm for men. They do not need to control the relationship entirely, but sometimes a compliment, a surprise message, or a romantic plan will make a man feel excited and cherish the relationship more. The pressures that weaken men in love. Besides wanting women to be more proactive, men also dislike being placed under too much pressure in the relationship. There are invisible pressures that many women inadvertently create, making men feel stifled, the pressure to always be the one taking the initiative. Many women always think that a man in love must be proactive and push the entire responsibility of maintaining the relationship onto the man. This makes him feel that he must always plan, always find ways to please his partner, and if he does not, the love will be considered bland. This is a heavy mental burden that not everyone can sustain for a long time. The pressure regarding success and finances. Even though society is becoming more modern, many women still emphasize financial issues in love, making men feel pressured to succeed in order to be worthy of their partner. This inadvertently turns love into a race over material things rather than an emotional connection. The pressure to always be strong. Men also have moments of weakness. There are days when they feel exhausted, but due to societal pressure, they must always appear strong. If the woman does not understand this and instead criticizes, demands, or complains, it can make the man feel lonely even within the relationship. The pressure of being excessively controlled. Care and attention are necessary, but if overdone, they become control. Many women have the habit of checking messages, constantly questioning, or imposing too many rules, which makes men feel a loss of freedom. When a man feels that he does not have his own personal space, he will gradually lose interest in love. How to make a man feel comfortable in love? To have a lasting relationship, women need to understand how to balance taking initiative with respecting a man's space. Below are some ways to help you do that. Don't be afraid to take initiative. If you like a man, do not hesitate to show it. A text first, a compliment, or an invitation to meet is enough to make him feel special. When in a relationship, take the initiative to create interesting moments rather than waiting for everything to come from him. Don't force him to always be strong. Let your man know that he does not always have to strain himself to prove himself. When he is tired, encourage him instead of judging him. When he fails, be there instead of adding more pressure. Create space for him to be himself. Let men feel that they do not have to change themselves just to please you. When they feel free to be who they are, they will cherish the relationship more and tend to be more committed. Make the relationship easier to bear. Love is not a burden, but a place where both can find joy and peace. Do not create pressure with unrealistic expectations. Instead, enjoy the moments together as naturally as possible. Men do not only want to be the ones taking initiative in love, they also wish for their women to naturally reciprocate their affection. More importantly, they do not want to be burdened by excessive pressure that turns love into an obligation rather than a joy. Item number 5. Men yearn for support in their dreams and careers. In love, romance is not everything. Men not only seek a woman who accompanies them in sweet moments, but also need someone who is willing to support them on the journey of pursuing their dreams and career. They long for a life partner who not only loves them but also believes in them and provides the motivation for them to go further in life. However, not every woman understands the importance of support for men. Some women may only care about the present, not truly paying attention to the ambitions and pressures that men bear. Others may inadvertently put pressure on a man without realizing it, causing him to feel lonely even within his relationship. Why is a woman's support important to men? Career and dreams are an important part of a man's life. They are not only a source of income but also a source of pride, honor, and self-worth that he wants to assert to the world. When a woman supports her man, she not only helps him advance further but also becomes an indispensable part of his journey. Below are the reasons why a woman's support is so meaningful to men. Motivation to try harder. No one can succeed without encouragement. When a man knows that there is someone who always believes in him, he gains extra motivation to face challenges. The words of encouragement from the woman he loves carry more power than any recognition from outside. A sense of security and stability. The world out there is full of pressures, from work and society to relationships. If a man feels that he has a place to return to, a woman who is always behind him, he will have the necessary stability to develop himself. A sense of being recognized. Men always want to prove their worth, especially to the woman they love. When she acknowledges what they do, whether small or great, they will feel that they are on the right track and that they have more meaning in the relationship. Avoiding the feeling of loneliness on the journey to success. Many successful men feel lonely because they do not have anyone who truly understands and shares with them. When a woman only cares about the outcome and ignores the arduous journey he has endured, a man will gradually feel lost and disconnected in the relationship. The career pressures that weaken men. No matter how well they hide it, men must face countless pressures from their careers and dreams. Below are the greatest pressures they have to endure: pressure for financial stability. Even though modern society has become more open regarding gender equality, in many cultures, men are still expected to be the financial pillars. This makes them continuously strive to ensure a stable life for themselves and their families. When faced with difficulties, they rarely share because they fear being judged as inadequate. Pressure to succeed. Not only financially, but men also face societal pressure to achieve certain milestones in their careers. If they have not yet succeeded, they may feel insecure, even undeserving of their woman. Pressure from comparisons. Many men have to face comparisons from family, society, and even from their own partners. When a woman continuously compares him to others, it causes him to lose confidence and the motivation to grow. How to properly support the man you love. Not everyone knows how to express support correctly. Below are some ways to help you become a true companion on his journey to pursue his dreams and career. Believe in his ability. Whether he is successful or facing difficulties, the most important thing is your trust in him. Do not only trust him when he achieves something, always believe that he is capable. A simple phrase like "you can do it, I believe in you" can create immense strength. Listen without judging. When a man shares about his work, plans, or dreams, what he needs is not criticism or unwanted advice, but a genuine listener. Sometimes, just sitting there, listening to him speak and understanding what he is going through is enough to give him extra motivation. Encourage instead of pressuring. There is a big difference between encouragement and pressure. When you say, "I believe you will succeed," that is encouragement. But when you say, "You must succeed to secure our future," that is pressure. Let him feel that you are always supportive, not demanding results from him. Provide support when needed. You do not need to understand everything about his work, but sometimes a little emotional support, a gentle piece of advice, or a small gesture can help him greatly. Do not underestimate the impact of small things, as they can sometimes be the greatest motivation. Do not compare him with others. Comparison is one of the quickest ways to make a man feel devalued. Everyone has their own journey, and what matters is that you evaluate him based on what he has accomplished, not by comparing him to others. A man may be very strong in society, but he still needs a woman who trusts, supports, and accompanies him on his journey to pursue his dreams and career. When you are the one who is always by his side, not only in moments of success but also when he faces difficulties, you will become an indispensable part of his life. And that is the key to building a lasting relationship, where love is based not only on emotions but also on mutual respect and companionship. Item number 6. Men yearn for loyalty and trust. Love is not merely about sweet words or fleeting romantic gestures. The most important aspect of a long-term relationship is loyalty and trust. This is not only what women desire, but men also yearn for it in love. They may not often express it, but deep in their hearts, they always need a woman who can be trusted and who remains loyal to them, regardless of the circumstances. A man may endure many pressures in life, work, finances, family responsibilities, but what he cannot tolerate is the feeling of betrayal or constant suspicion in the relationship. Without trust, love gradually becomes a burden rather than a source of daily motivation. Why are loyalty and trust so important to men? Loyalty is not only a commitment but also a way for a man to feel secure, respected, and valued in the relationship. If a man believes that his woman is always faithful and places him in the most important position, he can focus on his career and life without worrying about the relationship. Conversely, when trust wavers, everything else becomes fragile. Men may not show many emotions outwardly, but once they feel betrayed, it leaves a deep wound in their hearts. Below are the reasons why loyalty and trust are the two most important factors for men in love. A man's loyalty is a testament to true love. A man not only wants to be loved but also wants to know that he is the only one in your heart. This is not just about physicality but also emotional connection. When a woman is truly loyal, she does not give special attention to anyone else besides her man. Trust makes the relationship easier to bear. Nothing makes a relationship more exhausting than mutual suspicion. When both partners trust each other, they can comfortably enjoy love without constantly worrying about betrayal or dishonesty. This helps keep the relationship light and filled with peace. Men want to be trusted, not controlled. A common mistake many women make in love is being overly controlling. Fearing deception, they continuously check messages, inquire about every activity, or even set strict rules to limit his freedom. This inadvertently makes a man feel confined and lose respect in the relationship. Instead of controlling, build trust through understanding. When you trust him, he becomes more responsible in the relationship. Trust is the motivation for a man to become better. A man will try harder when he knows that there is a woman who always trusts and supports him. If he feels that you are always suspicious, he will gradually lose the motivation to strive. But if he knows that you always put your trust in him, that becomes the strength that propels him to strive and succeed in life. Signs that a man needs trust from his partner: he feels uncomfortable when you check his phone or ask too many questions about the relationships around him. He begins to share less because he worries that anything he says might be doubted or misunderstood. He becomes easily angry or loses patience when he is continuously questioned about his personal schedule. He tends to become distant when he feels that he is not trusted. If you notice these signs, reconsider the way you place your trust in him. A relationship can only be lasting when both partners feel trusted and respected by each other. How to build trust and loyalty in love. Building loyalty and trust is not something that can be accomplished overnight. It is a long process that requires both partners' efforts. Below are some ways to help you establish a solid relationship. Be honest in every situation. Honesty is the foundation of trust. If you always tell him the truth, even about the smallest matters, he will have no reason to doubt you. Conversely, if you hide things or lie even once, trust will be shaken and will be very difficult to rebuild. Do not control, respect his personal space. Allow him a certain degree of freedom in his life. A man who truly loves you will not misuse that freedom to do wrong. Give him the feeling that you trust him rather than imposing too many rules and restrictions. Do not let excessive jealousy destroy trust. Jealousy is natural in love, but if it goes beyond limits, it can become the reason for the relationship to fracture. Instead of harboring baseless suspicion and jealousy, focus on the positive and create beautiful memories together. Always remain faithful to the relationship. Loyalty is not only demonstrated by not betraying physically but also through daily thoughts and actions. If you continually show respect for him and avoid situations that cause misunderstandings or make him feel unsafe, you will help him strengthen his trust in you. For men, loyalty and trust are not only the conditions for sustaining a relationship but also essential factors that help them feel secure, motivated to love, and committed for the long term. When you demonstrate loyalty and place trust correctly, not only does your love become stronger, but it also helps your man become more confident, resilient, and responsible in the relationship. A love built on a solid foundation is one where both partners trust each other and hold one another in the highest regard in life. Item number 7. Men long for the allure of women. When it comes to allure, many people immediately think of appearance or seductive curves. But in reality, men long for allure from a woman not only in her outward looks, but also in her aura, confidence, and the way she presents herself. A woman who knows how to evoke her natural charm will not only captivate men but also sustain long-lasting attraction in a relationship. Interestingly, men rarely speak directly about this. They might not demand that a woman dress seductively or change her style, but they are always attracted to women who know how to display charm in a subtle way. Allure does not only stem from appearance. There is a fact that many do not realize. Allure does not only come from a perfect figure or a beautiful face, but primarily stems from a woman's demeanor and bearing. A woman may not possess exceptional beauty, but if she knows how to express charm through her gestures, gaze, voice, and confident demeanor, she can still mesmerize men. Below are the elements that create a woman's allure: confidence, the strongest charm. Nothing is more attractive to men than a confident woman. When a woman knows her own worth, understands that she deserves the best, and does not need to try to please others, she radiates a special allure. Confidence does not come from appearance, but from the way you perceive yourself. A woman who knows how to love herself and take care of her mind and body will always shine in her own unique way. Body language, natural allure. Body language can reveal a lot about a woman. A deep gaze, a gentle smile, the way she brushes her hair or walks gracefully can attract men without saying a word. Pay attention to the way you move, stand, sit, and communicate with your eyes. A touch of grace and a hint of mystery will keep men from taking their eyes off you. Voice and communication. The voice is one of the key factors in creating a woman's charm. A gentle, slow, yet captivating voice can mesmerize men. Additionally, the way of communication is very important. A woman who knows how to listen, who speaks sweetly and gracefully expresses her emotions will always leave a deep impression on a man. Mystery, making men always want to discover. Men enjoy the feeling of conquest, and that only happens when a woman has a bit of mystery. Never let yourself become an open book that a man can read entirely on the first encounter. Mystery does not mean hiding or being distant, it means always keeping a bit of personal space and a touch of surprise so that he always wants to learn more about you. Personal grooming, respect for oneself and the relationship. Even though allure does not solely come from appearance, a woman who knows how to take care of herself will always be more attractive in a man's eyes. This does not mean you have to follow conventional standards of beauty, but rather, know how to make yourself look your best in your own unique way. A neat hairstyle, an outfit that suits your figure, and a gentle fragrance, all these elements create a natural allure without needing to be overly flamboyant. Allure in the way of treating men. A woman is not only alluring through her appearance but also through the way she treats her man. A smart woman will know how to elevate the value of the man by her side, making him feel more confident and empowered. Compliment him subtly, showing appreciation and admiration for him. When a man feels recognized, he will be even more attracted to you. Timely initiative. One of the things that attract men is when a woman knows when to take initiative. This does not mean controlling the relationship, but rather knowing when to show affection and when to create unexpected moments to keep the flame alive in love. A gentle touch, an unexpected kiss, a timely sweet word, all these can make a man unable to stay away from you. How to maintain long-lasting allure? Allure is not something that only exists in the initial stages of a relationship, it needs to be nurtured over time. Here are some ways to maintain your charm. Always refresh yourself, do not let yourself fall into monotony. Try changing your style, learning a new skill, or exploring interesting aspects of life. Keep a positive spirit. A woman with positive energy will always be more attractive in a man's eyes. Continuously create memorable moments. do not let the relationship become too familiar. Create new memories together to keep the love fresh. Allure is not only a factor in attracting men but also the key to keeping the flame alive in love. A woman who knows how to express her charm naturally, intelligently, and subtly will always possess a special allure that no one can resist. Remember that allure does not come from trying to become someone else, but from knowing how to celebrate the best of yourself. When you feel confident and love yourself, you will naturally radiate a charm that makes the man by your side unable to stay away from you. Conclusion. Men may be strong, resilient, and rarely express emotions, but deep inside, they also have silent longings that are not always easy to articulate. They not only need love, but also need recognition, unconditional affection, personal space, timely initiative from the woman, support in their career, trust, and loyalty, along with the alluring charm from their woman. A happy relationship does not only come from the most fleeting romantic moments, but also from mutual understanding and respect. When a woman knows how to accompany a man on the journey of life, she not only becomes a lover, but also a soulmate, the greatest source of encouragement for his growth and success. Love is not about control or imposition, but about companionship and nurturing from both sides. When a woman understands the deep desires of a man and knows how to respond in a subtle way, the relationship will not only be sustainable, but also become increasingly connected and meaningful. Remember, a beautiful love is not about finding a perfect person, but about understanding and loving each other in the most perfect way. When you understand and cherish your man in the right way, you not only hold his heart, but also build a solid relationship, where both are happy and growing. Thank you for watching the video until the very end. I hope that today's sharing about love will bring new perspectives and help you gain valuable lessons. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your loved ones. I am very grateful for your company, and I hope that each video will help you get closer to a happy and sustainable love. See you in the next videos. Have a wonderful day filled with inspiration.